Well, Bakes, I was around the club or on the committee at the stage when Bakes was leaving AFL footy. He played with St Kilda and Richmond, and I don't know, we got word that he was coming back to town. And of course we knew that he was a Redan player, and we were desperate to get someone of Bakes, what we knew, as it turned out, were his great qualities as a player and potential coach. So I went and saw him. I forget who I went with, a couple of others. Ian Pym will probably talk about how we sort of nabbed Bakes from his old club. Anyway, that was in about, what was it, 82, I think he came to North. So that was a coup from our point of view to get Bakes. He was the hardest man you've ever seen in terms of the way he played. Of course, he went on to have a great career with us, playing in 5 premierships, some as coach, some as player. Coached Ballarat Football League Interleague team the year before Gully coached, and Gully was chairman of selectors that year, and I was chairman of the match committee. He was the first coach of what was then the Ballarat Rebels. It was the under-18 team. He was just an outstanding player, hard as a, you know, as you could ever get as a player.
He wanted to play 100 games at Redan, and so after he'd played 3 seasons at North Ballarat, he came back to play his 100th game. It was something that he wanted to do. He played 3 games and was our senior coach for that year, played the 3 games, and then because of injury he retired. So, but he was a very forceful coach. He really wanted to get the best out of players, and
he's got to be proud of himself for what he's done. He's got the best out of himself. He knows that. He knows how hard it is and how hard he's tried. And I think he's just a great example for people that he wasn't the classy rover, but he was a journeyman who really got the absolute best out of himself and really maximum effort for the maximum result. That he's just had a magnificent career in fundamentally everything he's done. I think his sporting discipline has gone over into his business area, where he's done remarkably well in real estate up in Queensland. I think he's just followed through that family tradition. Colin was a great footballer as well, his brother, but Bakes has surpassed lots of people in Ballarat, and lots of people in Ballarat would have said that Bakes would not do what he's done. I think he's proved a lot of people wrong.
Just wonderful value, and played his heart out for the club, you know, and certainly showed the way. And he lifted a lot of the other players too. He wouldn't tolerate anybody that ducked out the back of the pack or anything like that. He'd frown upon that because that wasn't his style.
He was very easy to talk to and to be involved with. To me, he was a real good Redani, and supporters just loved the way that he played because he was straight ahead. If you're in the road, that was a little bit of bad luck. So he was really loved by the players and supporters just by the way he played.
On-field leadership, I think he was playing coach for much of that time. He was a non-playing coach for the Ballarat Football League, but he brought the same qualities to the off-field role as he did the on-field role. Take no prisoners, don't cut corners, you know. Very professional, as he turned out in his work life as well afterwards. Yeah.